Hi class, welcome to another tutorial of CS384. In this lecture, we will be seeing on variable names, the rules and the best practices that you should follow. Okay, so first of all, the Python rule is that the variable names must start with a letter as in you have A to Z and capital A to Z, or an underscore. So underscore is this, such as this one. So you are beginning with an underscore, and this can be anything like, let's say, full name, okay, or you can end with an underscore. So no other symbol is allowed except these, okay. So you cannot have, so invalid will be, let's say, having a variable name this, because the variable name cannot begin with any other symbol except underscore. Okay, similarly, you cannot have something like this one. This is also an invalid variable name. You cannot have something like this one because it does not allow any other symbol except underscore. Okay. Also, the variable names, the remainder of the variable name may consist of letters as seen A to Z, numbers, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 to 9 basically, and underscore. So you can have like password 01, you can have, let us define password underscore 1 underscore 4 underscore my name. This is perfectly allowed. Okay, so using of digits is also allowed, and names are case sensitive. Names, as in, we should say variable names to be more precise. Variable names are case sensitive. So let us say I have a variable name called name. So this name, this name, this name, this name all mean different things to the compiler, right? So we don't use the term compiler in Python because it's a more C specific term. We use the term interpreter. Similarly, the convention. So readability is very important, right? Which of the one is easier to read, right? Among this, Python underscore puppet, Python puppet, and Python puppet, right? So I think everybody will agree that this is the more easier to read. It is always very useful and a very good practice to assign something like good variable names, right? So we will see a small example. So for example, if you are writing a program to compute the savings interest, so it's better to keep a rate of the variable name as rate of interest, right? So this is very much readable. So even if a reader or a person who does not know programming can understand this particular line, I would say avoid using some kind of characters like small I, L, 0, and O. For example, can you read this variable name for me? This is like small l, capital I, 0, then small o, then capital O, and then 1. All of them look similar only. So avoid usage of such variable names which cause confusion. Okay. And there are certain keywords. Remember keywords in C? We had for, sorry, we had for, else, if. So automatically VS Code is making it a pink color, right? So these kind of keywords cannot be used as variable name, even though they say ki, okay, we are having only characters which were allowed, but there are certain reserved keywords. These we will see later on, but there are many keywords in Python and most of them have some commonality with C also, right? So for example, for, if, else, right? So these kind of keywords cannot be used for making variable names, right? For example, while, such. So now let us take an example where I will show you with using simple things how can you write a program which is more readable with variable names and a program which is a badly written program. So let us write a program to compute simple interest with bad variables. Okay. So what is the formula for simple interest? So as you know, hash is our comment thing. Simple interest I'm denoting by SI is equal to P into N. P is the principal, N is the number of years into rate of interest divided by 100. Okay, so now let us make a static program. We are not taking input. So I will show the look of a bad programming exercise, right? So let us say our principal is 100. So I make it A as 100. I'm investing for 5 years and my rate of interest is, let's say, 3%. So I will say D is equal to, D is basically the same formula that I'm applying. So it will become A into B into C divided by 100. And then I will do print. The total interest computed is, I just give a colon, give comma, and just print the value of D. Okay. To execute, since you have code runner installed, right click, select this, or use the shortcuts. I would always advise to use shortcuts, right? The total interest computed is 15. Although the answer is correct because 100 into 5 into 3 and 100 will get cancelled and the rate of interest is 15. But can anybody make sense of this program? What the program is doing? No, not at all. Okay. So let us now give some good variable names. Okay. So what example happens is there is a thing called refactoring. Refactoring means, for example, now if I need to change the variable a to something meaningful, let's say principal, right, which is a meaningful name, right, or principal underscore amount, right, that is even more better. So now one thing I can do is to change this a and this a, both of them manually, right? Let me do that manually first. So I say principal underscore amount, right? And maybe copy this string and paste it here. This is one method which is manual, but let's say your program was 1,000 line and this variable was used, let's say 30 times. So this becomes manual. Let us do Control Z. VS Code provides you with a functionality. Select this A and do rename symbol. Okay. So now I'm saying my principal underscore amount. Okay, so it says refactoring library is not installed. So just say yes. So it will automatically install the refactoring library. So see, the installation is going on. Successfully installed. Okay, so now let me again select A and do rename symbol. So this becomes my principal amount. Okay, so somehow it has failed to compute the edits, probably because the variable name contained only A. So it got confused between this A and this A, right? So let us now do it manually only. It should work, by the way. So let me make it principal amount. Principal amount. Let us make this as number of years. Number of years, and this is rate of interest, and this can be total interest. Right, now let us execute the code. Right click and execute the code. See, the total answer is the same, 15, but now you see how the formula helps you to actually generate something very meaningful. So anybody, even if does not know programming, just knows a simple formula interest, it knows, okay, this is principal amount, number of years, rate of interest, and the total interest is computed in this fashion. Okay, so this is how some good variable names and some good practices can help increase the readability of your program. Let me once again try the rename symbol. Okay, let me keep principal amount as principal. Okay, somehow the refactoring is failed. I will just check this out. How does it, why it's not working? Okay, so this is how you can keep good variable names. I would always recommend in the tutorials that I will give you, there are the 10% score is for usage of good variable names. Okay, so that's it about this lecture. Thank you for watching.